Here we go, we've got 1, we've got 2,
4, 5 lights, and here we go, lights out. It's live!
Duck, duck, goose, found a pussy in a dollar bin. Guess you forgot your galana bin. Can't get loose, get your guts, got your tongue again. Rope burn on your hand, are you numb yet? I can go and get medication. Morning night, I can deal with it. Every night, I can make it like home. And that's a day.
Josh,
That's a day.
coming out to the start-finish line. It's going to be Waffle. Wins here in Japan to take his second win of the season.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video here at TTM Leg Sport. It's your favourite time of the weekend. It's top 10 moments, a little bit later this week, which I do apologise for, but nevertheless we are here. Last week we raced around Japan, very old school track, very difficult track. So let's get right into it with number 10, with MSteele avoiding the chaos at the start of the race. So on board with MSteele here in the tier 2 race, starting a bit lower down than he would have liked, but he gets a good start on these hard tyres. Keeps his nose clean, gets a couple moves up. There's a big spin ahead, and he moves up a good 5 places there, but keeping his nose clean and making sure that he doesn't get tangled in any of the chaos ahead of him. Onto our number 9 spot, we have Steviejd VS TTM Leg. Again from our tier 2 race, on board with Stevie. Here at the moment, running up, just gone through Spoon, up the hill towards 130R, gets in that slipstream, gets down the inside, very Alonso Schumacher-esque move, but gets the move done before the turn in at 130R. A nice little move there, moving himself up into 8th. Onto number 8 we have Dat Sergal VS Brownito in our North American tier. So on board with Sergal here on the medium tyres, with BrownitoSupreme ahead of him. He's trying to get past Pogs as well, trying to make the way a little bit further up the grid, and just like we saw before, but this time he keeps it side by side through 130R, a little bit of squeezing going on there as they both understeer wide, and then Brownito tries to go around the outside, but Sergal is just able to keep the momentum and make a place up on the Alfa Romeo driver. Onto number 7 we have TTM Currie and his rocket start in our tier 1 race. As you can see, it's raining, so it makes it even more difficult. Starting in P12, gets a good launch off the line using that ERS, gets past Tez, gets past Lindy, gets past Pars and Jagerbomb, and then even gets past TTM Dave. Makes his way all the way up to 7th position, making up 5 places on the start. Excellent driving there. Manages to pick his way through the cars ahead, especially in these intermediate conditions. Very difficult to not spin his wheels and keep it all pointing the right way. On to number 6 we have Squish, as he sells the dummy in our North American tier again. So on board with Table Squish and Brownito again ahead, coming down through the final corner. He decides to use his overtake, puts that DRS on, and he's gaining and gaining and gaining on the Alfa Romeo. Makes it look like he's going to the right, but switches to the left and goes around the outside of the Alfa Romeo driver up into the final points paying positions. So an excellent move there from the McLaren driver. On to number 5 we have Noel and his mastering of the Degners, as he's on board with Noel now, one of our new recruits in tier 1, as he goes down the inside of Hopi, which will turn to the outside of Degner 1, and he manages to keep it all pointing the right way. Makes a great opportunistic move there on the Mercedes driver to get himself up into 5th position. On to number 4 we have Michael threading the needle through 130R. So on board with the Alfa Romeo driver here in our tier 1 race, he has Simba and Pars ahead of him, climbing up the hill. It looks like Simba's a bit closer to pars, looking to make a move down the inside of 130R. But in the wet especially, it's very difficult through here, as he just gets past pars, he goes a little bit wide, and then looks to make a move on Simba as well, but Simba, keeping a wise head there, makes the move past pars, and then doesn't allow Michael past. So good defending there, he just outbroke the Alfa Romeo driver, but great racing there, especially not to crash. For our podium place, we have Brindy versus Michael. Michael making an appearance once again, but this time being the overtaken rather than the overtaker. On board with Brindy in the Red Bull. Coming towards the final corner, he chooses to go around the outside, which is an opportunity, a bit of a different move. Normally you go for the inside, but he manages to keep it round, keep up that speed to get past the Alfa Romeo driver, and then through the final corner, he keeps that traction, doesn't lose it. So good move there from the Red Bull driver. Onto our runner-up this time, we have Snover pulling off an insane move around the outside of the Dunlop curve. So we're on board with Snover now in the Ferrari, in our North American tier. We've got Dubsy ahead. I don't know if he's got a bit of damage, or whether they're just on those hard tyres, they're not working for him, but he's struggling through this S's section. As we're about to see, the Ferrari driver gets a better exit through the Dunlop and goes around the outside. An incredible move there. I don't think I've ever seen an overtake around the outside there. And now onto our top place, we have Brindy versus Ali. Almost a similar move, but you can see on board with Ali now. In these wet conditions, it's a bit easier to follow cars through this S's section. And he looks like he has a little bit more pace than Brindy at this point, as he looks to go around the outside. Brindy squeezes him a fair amount, but keeps it. But now on board with Brindy, even he keeps it around the outside, which will then turn to the inside for the Dunlop. And Ali just tries to go around the outside like Snover did, but he just runs out of pace there, runs out of grip. A very difficult move in the wet, and just has to stay behind Brindy there. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Sorry again, it's a bit late. But if you did enjoy, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And I hope you're all staying safe, and we'll see you next time.